How's it going, laser bruises? I'm Bobby Sixkilla. Welcome back to Abyss of the Sacrifice. Now, I don't actually know whether I split apart the last two pieces, T and Path, or whether I left it together as one episode. You'll know by now, but I still don't know because I haven't edited it yet. But that means I don't know whether we're just going to be doing one today with waking up, or we're going to be moving into the next section. I guess we'll just play it by ear and see how long this one takes. Because it's hard to judge how long it's going to be after the editing. You know what I mean? Let's just jump into Jitka's one. Been looking forward to this one, because I like Jitka, she seems nice. She makes a change compared to a lot of the others. I'm falling. Falling. An explosion. Pain. Fear. Cold. Jitka called out for what felt like the 100th time. Enough. Stop. Let me out of here. But she wasn't sure if she was really shouting. All of his screams might have been only in her head. Her eyes popped open. Where am I? Had she awakened from a dream? Or was she still dreaming? She couldn't tell, but soon enough, she didn't even have the energy to worry about that anymore. Pain shot through her head. It wasn't any usual pain. It was the kind of pain that sliced through her thoughts. Oh! She grabbed her head in both hands and collapsed to the floor. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts! They're back. I thought they were gone for good. She was used to having these types of headaches, but that didn't make them hurt any less. As she rolled on the floor, all she could do was pray for the pain to go away quickly. There was no other way, unless her doctor were there to give her medicine. Doctor. Whenever she remembered him, her heart filled with mainly two emotions, nostalgia and fear. But Jitka didn't have the capacity to feel either right now. Please, give me medicine, I'm begging you, doctor. No matter how much she screamed inside, her wish wasn't granted. Through the piercing pain, she put together a naive equation. I guess that won't happen unless I get back to that room. I hate that room, but my head might split unless I'm there. Her vision gradually started to fog over. At the same time, her pain started to ease. Oh, it was all just a dream. Will I finally wake up now? The first time I entered that room, the doctor led me there by the hand. What's this? It's your room. My room? Fighting back a headache, I looked up at the doctor. I couldn't understand what he was telling me. I don't need a room. Please just give me medicine, my head hurts. You'll be fine, Jitka. You just had some earlier. But it still hurts. The medicine will work soon enough. Don't you feel better than before? Yes. I thought for a minute and nodded. That's a good girl. Now go on in. The doctor gave me a gentle push on the back. You'll live here from now on. Here? When I looked, confused, the doctor smiled. That's right, this will be your new home. It's the only place you can survive. I was even more confused. I didn't understand anything the doctor said. I became anxious and turned to him. Will you live here with me? But he just gave me a fake-looking smile and said nothing. Then he let go of my hand. I'll come back when it's time for your medicine. He closed the door between himself and me. Doctor? I screamed. I put my fist to the door and started pounding. Why? Why did you leave me here? Let me out, doctor. I don't want to be alone. Let me out. When I tried to shout again, I couldn't make a sound. Oh, I was dreaming again. A dream about the past? But I don't want to remember. Everything that happened to me that was scary. I don't need to remember, now that I've escaped. All of a sudden, Jitka's eyes widened and she gasped. She was in that room. When did I get back here? Did the doctor bring me here while I was sleeping? She shook her head. No, I'm not back in that room. This is just a dream. It has to be, but... She anxiously looked around. Even if this was a dream, it was all the same for her. As long as I'm here, something scary will happen. Something terrible, painful and horrifying. Even if I'm dreaming, I still won't be good. Just the thought of that made her eyes fill with tears. No, I don't want to go through that again. I need to hurry. I need to get out of here now. She flew out of the room. I'm out. Oh, nothing scary happened. She collapsed on the ground. I feel kind of sleepy now. So sleepy. She felt like she was falling again. At the same time, her body lurched once again. She felt a dull pain pierce her skull. Not again. My head hurts. It hurts so much. Unable to do anything about it, Jitka just sobbed. Then all of a sudden, She felt a large hand on her head. She looked up and saw the doctor. He stretched out his hand. Here, take this. He held a familiar medicine in his palm. It's medicine. You should take it for your headache. Okay. She reached out and tried to take the small pills in his hand. But this was a dream too. Her surroundings started to fade into a fog. My god. And then, when it cleared up again, Jidka was in front of a shelf. Oh, we're here again. She'd seen this shelf before. Are we in Inception right now? But she couldn't pinpoint where. It's a dream within a dream within a dream. Oh my god. Hope Terry doesn't come and get us. Even though the last dream had ended, her head was still hurting. Ow, 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 ow. I can't think straight. Eventually a small memory began to bubble up inside of her. Medicine. That's right, my medicine is on this shelf. The medicine the doctor always gave me. I have to take it. If I don't, I'm sure my head will split and kill me. Are we doing this one again? That just shined. Is it stuck? It's not opening. It's welded shut and can't be opened. There's all sorts of medicines on the shelf. I want it. Things are shining. It never used to do that. I'm sure it never used to do that. Obtained a chemical bottle. What is the chemical? It's a chemical bottle. There's alcohol inside. Okay, good to know. What else is there? There's a variety of medicines on the counter. So we're tackling this one quite differently. Medicine. That medicine. Obtained a chemical bottle. Okay, what chemical? There's sulfuric acid inside. So we got alcohol and we got sulfuric acid. Are we gonna de-weld this with the sulfuric acid? I guess we'll try that. The sulfuric acid burned off the welded part, allowing the door to be opened. That's what I was hoping for. Contain the 8 button. There are chemicals. Oh shit. What is this? It can't be opened like this. So we're missing a bunch of... But there's already an 8 there. Oh, is it a slide puzzle? Are we for serious right now? This better not be a fucking slide puzzle. I swear to God, I will cry. I will burst into tears if that's a slide puzzle. I'm not even ashamed. Looks like it won't open. 2. It's a slide puzzle. I know it is. It just has to be. Wait, what was that on the floor? Obtained a chemical bottle. What do we got? There's something inside it. Are you serious? How would you put a button like that inside a chemical bottle? What the absolute crap? Alright, whatever. No, this one. It's a 4 button. Oh, I got an idea. I got an idea. See, this looks funny. It's a 3. So, okay, so now we only have 1 8. That's good, I guess. But even so, there's no reaction in particular. God. Let's pick the 2 up again. I guess that means it's not in the right order, right? Which ones are removable? The 8, the 2, and the 5, right? But they're in a very funny order. Take them off again. 6 plus 7 is 13. And 4 plus 9 is also 13. Did say error 15, so if we put a 2 there, 6 plus 7 is 13, 14, 15. And this is also 15, right? Maybe that's how it works. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 5 is 15. Right? 8. Enter. No. Hang on, what is this? That's 15. Oh, 8 plus 7 plus 5 isn't 15 though. Is it? That's 20. Can we move the 0? Can take them off. I didn't know that. What? Maybe, did I put that on and I just didn't realize? Oh, it opened. Is that one of the ones I put on? I don't even remember. Jitka stood absent-mindedly in front of the open door for a while. Was this a dream? Or is it reality? She opened her hand and saw the medicine she just grabbed. I have to take it now. But if this were a dream, taking it wouldn't do anything. This thought vaguely passed through her mind. Suddenly, the door behind her swung open. Jitka? A loud voice behind her made her jump. That's the doctor's voice. What are you doing here? How'd you get out of your room? His voice wasn't as kind as usual. It was quick and cold. Jitka was so terrified that she couldn't even turn around. Answer me, Jitka. How did you get here? I don't know. Her eyes filled with tears. I didn't do anything. I was just here when I woke up. But you escaped from your room. How did you do it? It's equipped with several locks. I don't know. The door was just open. That's impossible. You opened it, didn't you? The doctor's voice became angrier. I'm sorry. She didn't feel like she'd done anything wrong. Apologizing had just become a habit. I'm sorry, but the door was open. I opened it in my dream, but not in reality. The doctor murmured quietly. You opened the door in a dream? He fell silent, as if deep in thought. Is he not angry anymore? Did he forgive me, or is it something else? Jitka's heart shrank as she stood in the silence that would decide her fate. After a few seconds, she heard the doctor speak again, but he wasn't talking to her. There was a sharp beep as he turned on his transceiver and spoke coldly. Can you all come here? I found Jitka. I need you to secure her. Secure? Oh, and raise her security level to phase 5. Move her into a research block and put her into cold sleep. Cold sleep? Jitka, he put away his transceiver and faced her. Unfortunately, we can't let you do as you please anymore. What do you mean? Go to sleep, Jitka. He put something cold to her throat. Don't do this, Doctor. Before she could finish his sentence, a powerful drowsiness took over, and all she could see was bright red. Red. Bright red. No. Jitka's eyes popped open. She still had a headache, but it seemed she'd finally woken up. The floor was cold and hard. Just as she remembered it being before she falling asleep, she slowly pushed herself upright. As she was about to touch her head, she suddenly noticed something clenched in her fist. After cautiously opening her hand, she saw she was holding a familiar medicine. My medicine! A weak but relieved smile spread across her face. Don't worry, Doctor. I'll take it like you told me to. Doctor? To be continued. Alright, well, we're going to go into the next episode then, because that didn't take too long. And I will cut it down a little. I don't like to waste any of your time if I can avoid it. So we're going to go into... Oh, Jitka doesn't have another chapter here. Alright, Miki, legs. Let's get into it. An unfamiliar scenery. Where am I? Why am I here? Ow! Miki yelped as she tried to sit up. Everything hurt. Her arms, chest, head. Her whole body was screaming in pain. Like a rusty machine, her limbs felt heavy and unable to move. But was it really her whole body? Realizing something terrifying, Miki suddenly paused. Only her legs weren't in pain. Actually, she couldn't feel her entire lower body. Why? That's right. Her body started to shake. She remembered what happened. Right before she lost her memories. There was an explosion, then a terrible pain, debris and blood. Mum? Dad? Where were her parents? Did this blood belong to her alone? No. Miki. Miki. Miki turned around to find Olga giving her a worried look. Yeah? You seem kind of out of it. Do you feel sick? I'm fine. But Miki shaking her head just made Olga worry more. You look pale. Hold on. Let me scan you. I said I'm fine. She ran away before Olga could pull out her scanner. But her steps were shaky. Her forehead broke out in a sweat. She hadn't been able to feel much of her legs that whole morning. As time went on, it just got worse. Why does this have to be happening now? Are my legs giving out? Is this where it all ends? No, I can't stop here. She quickly forced her uncooperative legs forward step by step, so that the others wouldn't notice. You've brought me this far. Please last a little longer. I need you to stay calm and listen. The doctor spoke carefully, with suppressed emotion, but Miki knew the truth. She expected the worst. True to her expectations, the doctor gave her terrible news. We did all we could, but with the severe injuries to your spine, a full recovery is impossible. You'll probably never stand again. As these words fell on her ears, a hollow hilarity rose up from inside. The doctor glanced at her uncomfortably, but unable to hold back her laughter, Miki chuckled again. All this time she'd been trying to fly, and now she couldn't even walk. Just the other day, she had felt at her lowest, but that was petty compared to this. It was clearly something lower, and now she'd hit rock bottom. Don't say that, you can always go lower. She lost everything to the explosion. Her parents, her freedom to walk, her hope to fly again, and someone she'd begun to trust. A huge tremor suddenly made Miki's knees buckle. She stumbled from the shock. The girls behind her screamed. What's going on? Suddenly an ominous smell pierced their noses. Chloe shouted, Uh-oh, did a hole open up and the foundation's out of shell? Before she could finish her thought, she caught a glimpse of hot red magma pouring through a large crack in the wall. Run. Everyone broke into a run on Chloe's command. Miki followed behind, but her legs remained uncooperative, and she almost tripped again and again. It's no use, I can barely move my legs. Why is this happening now of all times? A strong sulfuric-smelling wind wafted up behind her. She needed to keep moving forward, for as long as her legs lasted. But walking was hard, and she couldn't catch up with the others. After a while, Olga realized Miki was lagging behind. Miki? She called out and tried to run back, but Chloe grabbed her hand. Watch out, the wall! Suddenly an iron mass came sliding down. It was just a few steps in front of Miki's face. Sensing the heat, the fire prevention wall had activated to block the fire. Miki put her hand to the heavy iron wall in a daze. I didn't make it. Is my only choice now to be boiled alive in magma? Just then she heard a banging on the wall. It was the other girls. They were making noise on the other side. When Miki listened closely, she could hear their voices. Look for a door that heads down. A different voice called out. We're near a lifeline. Head down and look for it. There should be a gutter for maintenance checks. Use it to get out of there. Not only did the heat make it hard to see, but Miki's legs were stiff. Then again, they could still move. She bit her lip and spun around. Search! It's hot. Heat waves brushed against her face and she couldn't breathe. She lay down on her stomach. They made the heat more manageable. Then she started using her arm strength alone to slide across the floor. It seemed like she was making progress. This way she could move at the same pace, whether her legs worked or not. But it made her recall a painful memory. I'm on my hands and knees again. As the heat made her mind foggy, the memories came steaming back. She fell down for the 100th time. No matter how much she tried, it was still the same. I don't know how to make the eek sound. How do you make eek? Her legs wouldn't budge, and she couldn't stand up. One more time, she grabbed onto something nearby for support, but her arms were exhausted. She couldn't even hold herself up. Miki was sprawled out on her hands and knees, unable to move. Why is this happening? I've lost everything. Not even my wish to stand will come true. It's hopeless. I'm hopeless. The heat was getting stronger. Eventually the magma will melt this entire hallway, and me along with it. Yet Miki persevered forward. Here we go. The search is what I was waiting for. What do we got? Everything is shaking and there's a rumbling roar. What's this? Obtained a cardboard box. Well, that'll protect us from the heat. You know cardboard boxes are fireproof, right? Right, what else have we got? Everything is shaking, yeah. One of these tiles must open, right? Fire, what do I do? Spread open the cardboard box on the floor, now she can cross. Let's hurry over the cardboard. I'm using it to block the heat, I guess, temporarily. The wall collapsed. I can't climb over with legs like this, I've got to do something. Pulled out the iron rod. Boom. Obtain the iron rod. There's rubble here. No shit. Looks like there's a path through the rubble. Let's go. This is a dead end too? Stab it with the rubble. What? Obtained information terminal. Not that. An information terminal. Can we read it? The wall had collapsed and lava was pouring in. If I don't do something soon... Can we not do anything with the terminal? Ah, what do we got here? I think it doesn't change anything. There's a thick pipe running along the wall. Stick the terminal in it? It has a few cracks. Yeah, no shit. There's a thick pipe running... Yeah, I can see that. So we need to do something with it, but what? The wall had collapsed and lava is pouring in. There must be something else interactable that I can't... Oh, here we go. What the shit? Okay, hang on. Let's not get too invested in that yet. What is this? Obtained ID card. What is this? Obtained a grip. I guess I'll put that on the... Oh, right there. Surely you don't need a grip, right? It will work without it. It's very weird. Take off the grip? No, I'm good. Is it working? What is this thing? Doesn't seem to do shit. What is this? There's a plastic cover, but it's transparent enough to see inside a little. Okay, and there's pipes inside. Can I just break it? It's too tough to break with the rod. Really? What about if I put the grip on the rod? Ah! That means I'll be able to handle it better, I guess. Right? Guess not. Okay, it has to be a certain way. Attach grip to the iron rod. Maybe I can use this to scoop up some lava? Yes, okay. Alright, let's melt this thing then. Let's melt this bitch with the lava rod. There we go. Touching the plastic cover with the burning rod makes it melt. As you would imagine. Memory card. Okay, so we use that with the PDA thing, right? Shazam! Put memory card into the information terminal. Now what? How to activate the sprinklers. Push left lever up and right lever down. Oh my god. And then press the buttons top left, bottom right, top right. What? In order. Then push left lever down. Push bottom left and top right buttons in order. Push left and right levers up. Push bottom right button. Okay. Let's do it. I wrote it all down. Alright, so this is neutral, right? This is neutral position. We go that one. 1, 2, 3. This one down. 1, 2. Both up. 1. Water poured out from the crack. I mean, I guess that's what we were trying to do, right? Can we get more pressure? Contain plastic. Can I maybe use that with that? No. Maybe we can use the plastic on... Ooh. On the water to make it spray more, perhaps? I guess. Just to fill in the gap. Put the plastic over it, but the leak won't stop. And now we need to melt it, right? Melt it down. The plastic melted and blocked up the hole. There we go. The sprinkler's turned on. The magma cools and starts to harden. If only it was that easy. Let's go. The lava's solid now. Time to continue onward. My god, what a nightmare. Is this the door Chloe was talking about? It won't open. Well, we've got a key card. Put card in the slot. When she touched the door, it opened easily. The oppressive heat gave off a burnt smell. The magma had already started its purge. It's hopeless. Both this situation and me. What am I working so hard for? I don't have anything to live for anymore. Harsh. Huh? Oh, you've been here too. Her eyes suddenly widened. She knew where she was. This is the room where her legs got stuck. But what surprised her most was the object there that belonged to her. It was her wheelchair. They should have broke it. When she fell right from the upper floor and had her leg trapped, the proof that my legs couldn't move. She clung to the nearby railing, then weakly stood up, her ankles trembling. Then she took one step after the other down the stairs. Soon, she reached the long-lost, despised wheelchair. From now on, this will be your legs. The doctor pushed a shiny new wheelchair into the room. It's a present from the hospital. Now you can go to all your favourite places. And by present, we mean it costs a lot of money. Pay us. The doctor spoke cheerfully, as if he expected this to make Miki happy. It is a nice looking wheelchair. This guy's messed up. There's no way this would cheer me up. This isn't my legs. You don't have to give up yet. This will help you move freely. Freely? How can a person who can only crawl on her hands and knees move freely? My only choice is to give up. I can't fly anymore. But she placed her hand on the wheelchair. For now, this can help me move forward. I don't have to give up yet. Miki saw a dimly lit hallway to the side of the stairs. There was steam, but the fire had not reached it yet. This might be a way out. She sat down in the wheelchair and began pushing its wheels. It rolled across the floor. This will help me get to where I need to go. I can think about the rest later. I won't give up yet. Something inside her broke free. She was going faster than her stiff legs could ever take her. A place in this floor destroyed by magma appeared ahead, but an upward staircase lay beyond it. Without hesitation, Miki sped on ahead. She spun the wheels as fast as she could, just a little further. Her nose suddenly filled with the smell of burning rubber and the wheelchair tilted. The right tire had made contact with the heat and was melting. Before long, the wheelchair was zigzagging across the floor. The melted tire was too hot to touch. Miki desperately spun the remaining tire and withstood the rocky ride. Then she leaned forward and jumped out of the chair. She took the leap. She was flying. The wheelchair was flung into the magma and Miki landed on the stairs. Then she sped up the stairs. She was running. My legs are moving. I'm running again. Hearing and smelling the wheelchair melting behind her, she reached the door at the top of the stairs and practically tumbled through it. I can hear everyone's voices. They waited for me. What were you doing, dummy? The first voice she heard was Asana's. It's not like you to get left behind. You need to stop spacing out. I'm sorry. For some reason, Miki wasn't upset. We were really worried. Olga let out a relieved sigh. Chloe shrugged and shook her head. You aren't hurt after all you went through? It's a miracle. Yes, it really is. She repeated Chloe's words in her head. It is a miracle. My hopelessly broken legs were given new life. I'll get out of here alive, definitely, no matter what. And my only wish will come true. With my own hands, I will... And she smiled under everyone's relief. A very different thought was taking shape in Miki's mind. The sky's the limit. Also to be continued. And we are done with that one. It is time to wrap this up. That worked out just about perfectly. Next one we'll be doing is Asana's treasure in the next episode. Interesting. I don't really want to use her anymore, but I guess we'll have no choice. I wonder how many chapters there are to get through all the way. I don't know. But for the most part, the puzzles have been going pretty smoothly. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for looking out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.